Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie. This is water because I was drinking water, and I hope you subscribe, stick around, and do all that YouTube-ish things. Subscribe, like, comment, all that. Today's video, I'm going to be doing my review of the Chris Watts. Starts off with him tapping his foot, tapping his fingers like that. And you could tell his nerves were shot and he was scared. The first interview, it was good acting, like the police camera, like the body cam one where like they walk around his house. But you could tell there's something up because he was acting very sketchy. If the cops paid any attention, they could tell because he didn't care. And he was just like, okay, like, let me get this over with. Let me just tell them about my wife. And then, like, I can get on with my mistress. Then the scene where I'm pregnant with a third child. She's like, oops, we did it again. Like, he looked mad. He was like a split. Like, you'd see the change on his face. He was like, strive. She filmed herself online like I do, but it was like on Facebook, I believe, and she posted like photos and stuff, and she like filmed it like really close up to your face, like all you saw was her head, like you didn't see her shirt or any of that. She was like I was like, girl, I think you need to like back up. Also thought it was cool that her job was online. The case would have been publicly known if Cheyenne didn't post videos online, because she went missing and everyone was like, oh my god, you're like the perfect family, like oh my god. And I just feel like it wouldn't have been that public. She, towards like the end of it, she started to seem happier than him, and you could like just tell because he just like didn't care. There was a scene where they went out to eat and she's like, oh, we'll have grilled chicken, and then he's like, what if I wanted the burger, you know? So where he worked, the secretary, Nikki, they started to like flirt back and forth. And then he was like watching PORN, started to pull back from the relationship, and you could tell, and she could tell, because she went to one of the Carolinas to visit her family, and he was just not paying attention to her. Nikki and him are in the woods and they're discussing, and she's like, you have a wife and a kid, and he's like lying to her and telling her, we're separated, we are associated. Nikki walks away. She's like, but then they end up meeting and he's on the phone with Cheyenne, and then Cheyenne's like, I love you, and he's like hangs up and like doesn't say I love you back. I thought that was so messed up. Started cheating on her, and I thought it was so messed up. It's so rude, and he couldn't get SCX from his wife, so he had to get someone else and get a new thing because he's just like, he couldn't handle his wife anymore. I think she started to notice that he was acting different, and then you could just tell because she was crying a lot, Cheyenne, and she was like away from him, and she would try talking to him, and he like on the phone, yeah, and then like he goes and like sex with this other girl. So messed up. If you aren't happy in a relationship, end it instead of cheating. Just be like, I can't, like I am not happy in this relationship, and hopefully the other person reciprocates that, and it's like, okay, well, the person's happy, so I might have to let them move on, or you know, because if I don't, then like they're just gonna cheat on me. So I feel like he should have told Cheyenne that, and he could still see the kids because he didn't want to leave his kids, but you could like get half custody of the kids instead of doing what he did and cheat. And yeah, he and him are camping somewhere in Colorado because that's where like they lived, and he googling how to tell someone you love them. So messed up that like that had to happen. So then he didn't text back Cheyenne the whole camping trip, and so she goes off on him, and she's like, I think this person didn't see me. Man just creepily comes up to the gate, looks down, looks me in the eye, and then like waves, and then backs up and continues. Yeah, then Cheyenne just went off on him. She's like, we're trying to pay off this credit card bill. You're spending all this on your mistress. Like, what the heck is happening? Evidence that he doesn't care about his wife anymore. He just wants to be with Nikki and have his
like new life and like new experiences.
She doesn't bore him, but like Cheyenne is like boring, and the whole thing is every relationship has their ups and downs, boring or not, but like it's gonna get boring with Nikki too, and you're gonna have to like, you know what I mean? So it's just yeah, throughout this whole movie I kept getting sadder and sadder. He eventually tells Cheyenne that he doesn't want the third baby at all, and he needs some time, and that made me so sad. Cheyenne didn't deserve this. She didn't need this. I feel like he should just been like, I want a divorce and split custody of the kids. He like manipulated her. He like lies and just twists the truth a lot in this movie. Then eventually Cheyenne goes on this trip, comes back at 2 in the morning. She and her and her husband have SCX, and then he ends up telling her, he's like, this is a freaking, he's like, this is a test, and then she's like, who's the other girl, who's the other girl? And then he ends up telling her, and then she's like, I'm gonna ruin your life, you're not gonna have any friends, or anything, I'm gonna ruin your name. And I don't think I think she just said that like I was trying to be mad, because whenever I'm mad I know I say things like that. And then she's choking her, and she doesn't fight back, and like the cop is like, you could tell that she thought he was gonna eventually like let go of choking her, but he never did. And it's so sad that's how she died. And then also so sad how the kids died too. He put a blanket over them and suffocated them to death. And I just feel like all this could have been avoided, the deaths, everything, him going to jail, if he just was just like, hey, I want a divorce. The cops actually, like, during this whole movie, he's like taking this lie detector test, and he's explaining the story, and then the cops find out you lied. And then the one lady that's doing that, she's like, you never cried during the cam, like the cop cam. Like I said, he was just like, you know what I mean? So he never cried, never showed emotion. Like, if your kids and your wife is missing, you're gonna like freak out, but he never did. And like, I feel the cops could have figured that out, you know, just tell by body motion and actions, like, why didn't you cry? Your family's missing, your daughter's missing, and you're just like like annoyed the whole time. He was so mad that he couldn't control his emotions, and that's why he choked her to death. Like, you deserve to be in jail and deserve to be in hell too. So yeah, that is my review, and I liked the movie. Good acting, portrayed it really well. Sad story,